Hello everyone. I'm coming in on good time so that we can watch for some of you to join. And it gives me a minute to set up my computer so I can be commenting and saying hello. If you have joined us, I would love when you pop in and you say hi, you're here, so I know who's playing along. And I'm just going to... Oh, Debbie's playing. Just trying to make my screen bigger so I can make sure that I can read when you comment. So this is a really cute, fun little card. And it is a heavy 4 by 5.5. So it's fabulous, cute. And this is where I said I wanted. There's one print. We have a second print, and we have inside print and images. And it's so cute. Now, the one thing I'm just going to mention, if you want, I did the white around each piece. If you decide that you want no white, then just cut everything to fit bigger, and it'll go from one to the other without the split. But I don't mind that at all, and it's kind of cute when it's still sitting and separated. The coloring is just fabulous when you mix and match it fun together. So I told you to get a 12 by 5.5 strip of cardstock. And then we do need the other piece also, but the piece that you cut off from will be plenty for that. Oh, Grace is popping in. Hello, hello. Good to see you. There, I had the volume on my computer a little bit. I turn it off when I'm using my iPad. So, are you ready to get started? Just give me a sec. There we go. I couldn't see if people are coming in or what's going on. So, we're going to follow it. Keep it simple so that it works easy for everybody. So here is my 12 by 5.5, 5.5. And I'm going to get my scoreboard. And I'm going to bring it in. And I have a little bit of texture, and I want that out to the front. So I am going to score on the back side. So if you have a little texture, you want to do it from the back, and the scores should be, I think, in the proper position. And we are supposed to score at 2, 4, whoop, it's wiggling. I always have to tip it because I can't read the numbers. 8, and 10. So we can take that and move everything. Now, I'm just going to put it flat on the table here and move this. This is where I just start. The good side is down. This is the wrong side where we scored. So you will go on the right side on the second one. And when you do the folds, yeah, see, actually that is going to be backwards because when we fold this over, so I'm going to go the other way. I want the right side up. And you line up so things stay nice and square and even. There's Amy. Hello, Amy. And then fold back. And you should be going that it's lining up the edge of that one. So everything is fitting in between. And I'm going to get my burnish tool because I like to make sure things flatten out. So come into the second one. Make sure that everything's lining up, that you're keeping your square. Oh, and Shelley. Hello, Shelley. Okay, and fold back. So anybody that's just coming in now, we only just started, and you're going to take 12 inches by 5.5 and score it 2, 4, 8, and 10. And then we will do the folding like we just did here. So there's 2, 4, 8, and 10. And you just fold in and back and in and back. It's not that this one's hard. Now, I kind of once in a while, if I'm meeting in the middle and it's overlapping a bit, just hold on to it and re-burnish outwards. Pull it outwards. Because then it sits a little flatter. And it's only because your scoring isn't always 100% even. There's the first part. Set it aside. And I didn't give you this next measurement, so you'll have to go and cut it. I cut mine, but I'll wait for you. You need to cut a 4 inches by 5.5 again. So basically, this is where this one equals this one. So I'm telling you, if you ever want to make a card bigger and just do the equal portions, this here, when you go cut it, just has to be the same. And then we have to figure out where the scoring is. Now that was the fun part, because you're doing 4 by 5.5, and it says divide into 3 equal parts. Well, for now, I got the number for you, but on my scoreboard, I tried one, and I have to actually use my pencil to mark it because it doesn't end up on the proper thing. You are going to lay it sideways, and this is where, this is the 5 and a 5, 1 and 13/16. So that doesn't have a groove in your scoreboard. So what I did was I went 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, well, okay, sorry. There, I got it clear. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. And I put a little pencil mark. And then I turned it over and did the same thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So now that I have my pencil mark, I put the pencil mark in one of the score lines and turn it over, because I don't know a scoreboard that has 16s on it. So that's the easiest way I could think of to do that. So it's not hard to figure out, you just have to be patient. Okay, now, and that says to divide into 3 equal parts and separate cut. Take the sliver off of the center one just to make overlap fit better. Well, I think we're going to be fine. We'll see. We will see. So I am going to now I'm going to fold it straight. Fold straight. And if you have to burnish a little bit, that's just in case our pencil mark was a little bit off. And they should be lining up in between here, that they're pretty much equal. Okay, now following that nice mark, now I can cut them. Sometimes I just, there, it's better on this side. Come in and cut. And you need the 3 of them. couple things that we've been doing. The tedious part after we have the main pieces is probably making the pieces fit, right? So now, this is where I said lay the print on top using pencil marks and just double check your length and width. And you either start from the top or the bottom, and you can do all the pieces the same, or you can mix them up, which is optional. So I am going with a print pattern. So I am going to bring it. Now this is where what I'd like you to do, this is where we will be putting them. And there's two on one side and one on the other. Now, this is where I think it was easier when I cut this piece to glue it down before we did these. So we need to do prints for this here and prints for this. And this is where we have to measure this one because it's not the same. But these pieces are the ones that we do with the one print. So what I'm going to do, this is why I said two. If you don't want white showing, then measure out to the outer edges to get your prints. I'm going to do the same as I did here. And then I'm also going to find my other print, and I'm going to do it first, and I'm going to measure the two sides because I did the full, and then we put these pieces on top of. So this is where there's my pieces, and I'm going to bring in and show you. For my front print, I'm going with this one. And for my side pieces, I'm doing this one. So we're going to do it first. So all I'm going to do is lay my print on top. This is why I say if you can do this, you do not have to measure. Just lay it on top. See your white edge and white edge. Put a little pencil mark and put a little pencil mark. Now I'm going to cut straight across because we need two of them. And this is where if you think you have to be matching up prints, then you will have to go down below and cut it. So the prints are identical on the left and right. Those are just the little things, depending on your print, whether you have to take that into consideration. And I think I will. I'm going to go straight on through, right to the bottom. So from top to bottom, because I want it matched on the other side. And I'm going to cut this one. And to make them the same, I'm just going to lay one on top of the other one. And I'm just going to cut. And I got a few fuzzies going on, but I'll take care of that later. So this is where these go. And you just got a little bit of white. That's fine. And see, the prints are identical almost. I love it. That worked out great. So we can glue them down. I have to thank all of you that have been making the cards and then sharing with us. It makes it so much more fun. And it's fun to see how different things can look, because your prints are totally different than mine. And some of the combinations the people are using and all that are beautiful. Now, I am playing with Paper Rose Bees and Butterfly Collection. I still have some pieces, some full and some parts. So I'm trying to use as much of it up as I can. And some of the color combos have been pretty good. I'm happy with them. So these are pieces that I just make sure a little bit of white showing. I'm not squeezing. Yeah, I've got to fill my other glue. I wasn't thinking before class to fill it. And all of a sudden I thought, I didn't do that. But I always have 2 or 3 glues plus some tape runners. And I just grab whatever suits at the time. Now, that one, there we go. Okay, now this next section, I like to put the panels on first because if we have to cut them at all, we have to do it. It was wonderful to share and be inspired by others. And you will try, at a later date, you're trying. Oh, you're doing Christmas cards for a senior center. Well, that's very nice. Okay, now this is where I put the 2 on the left and 1 on the right. So what we do is they have to fit in that square, which is great. I'm putting my finger there for now. And I am going to, this is where if you can turn it over, it tells you roughly where to put the glue. Because you do not glue the other side. So I have to put glue on this. Now I am going to put the top one on, the bottom one on the left side, and then I'm going to challenge my cutting. And this is where if we have to cut a little bit off or trim, it'll be on the center one. But you don't put your images on first because if we have to cut something, it would be messing up the image portion. So that gets glued right up to the very top. Very good. Now do the same down on the bottom. And this is where, like I said, if you just draw yourself a little line, you don't get glue all over the place where you don't want it. Oop. I'm changing what I'm doing. I had a wrong side, a rough side, and I have a textured finished side. So go right down to the bottom. Square off your card. Then you can rub out. And I did have to change just a little. Now this is where we are now going to the one that goes on the other side. And this is where, hold it up, and see those are bumper to bumper, and it's over top just a bit. And I'm just going to read. This is where I said, yeah, see, I actually noted it. Take a sliver off the center one just to make overlap fit better. Well, this is where you can see exactly how much you need, and it is just a sliver. So I am just going to do, I'm going to do a sliver, and if it's not enough, I'll do another sliver. It's easier to do 2 slivers than it is to do 1 big one and then have things not fit. And this is where my right side's fitting pretty good. I just see a little issue right there. So this is where I'm just going to grab. That's not even a sliver. That's a smidge. Because if you can just see behind, yeah, see, a little heavy there. And this is where I just said, go slow. The slivers are so tiny, it looks like dust on my table. But you're better off. Be patient. Patience is a virtue. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Because this is where one and the other have to then come back in and fit. So that is good. I'm happy. So that one goes there. And mark the back. And the glue goes on this side. So you do the two on the left, top and bottom. And now you come back on the middle right. And because these now fit, it means that whatever we're doing with the images has to be perfect, because we already trimmed it. Yeah, see, I want to wiggle that one. It's sticking a little quick on me. I just want to wiggle. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle. Make sure right across. And we still could trim if we have to, but I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so now, this is where you either start at the top or you start at the bottom, and I would suggest I'm going to start. We have to cut this piece first. So this is where I'm going to grab this, and you can either, I want it cut inside the edge there. So for now, I'm going to leave the white, and I'm going to go here. And for now, it's going to get that I have to trim them. But for now, just to get rid of the extra paper. Now, I want the butterfly. I'm going to cut all the way down, and then I have to make another cut. I'm going to cut my length first, because this is where I want. This is where you take a look. The butterfly's down here and the flowers are there. Now, it might be nice if I can cut right to the bottom of the butterfly and then start picking up more flowers. If I go down here, I'm going to lose more of the flowers. So you have to decide when you look at your print then, exactly what would you like to see. And this is where, now that I have the print, and it's too big, which is fine, this is where now I am going to go place this. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see. Okay, so I'm centering, and I'm going to cut here, and that part's okay. This is actually where I'm going to cut over there, and I now can cut the bottom one. Like I said, just do one at a time. Get in there. So there's that one. And you can glue, because then when we do the next one, we have one to work from. You start layering and doing the prints to match. There we go. And now this is where the next one, there's where it matches, and I'm just going to slide it up. And I want a little bit of white, and there's my edge there. Well, that's hard to see. That one is a little difficult in the flowers there. Okay, it's on the green. In the yellow on the green. Sometimes you have to look at exactly where you want to be. There we go. Beautiful. It's working out. I love it. I'm going to make a comment that's not necessarily for the people that are on right now live. I just want to say to the people that have been coming back later, which is absolutely fabulous, because I see people that didn't do it have been sharing some of the things they did. So that's why I said I want to definitely encourage everybody. After you make it, please come back and share. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, this is where I'm wiggling a bit. Try and line up right there. Come in with my third level. And I'm just leaving a little bit of white. I like the pop. Anyway, what I was saying was, those that come back later, just remember the videos are good for 30 days. And I have started to transfer videos to YouTube after the 30 days are up. So you just have to remember, if you didn't get one done and you can't find it, start following the YouTube for Embellish Away, and you will be able to still make the cards. We had to figure out exactly what to do. And other than that, we were going to have to save it and then reload it. And it's just as easy for everybody to jump into YouTube and have the same opportunity to make them. There's my pretty print. I love it. Paper roses. Bees and butterflies. Have to be honest with you. Butterflies are always more beautiful than bees. I know a friend that loves bees though, so each to their own, right, people? Okay, now let's just take a peek. You have to grab the top and look at the fun color. Isn't that fun and gorgeous? I love it. Now this is where I now am going to open this, and I grabbed one of the, I'm just trying to find everything to show you. I have an accent piece that I cut off of the floral, and I thought, it says you are a ray of light, and that's kind of pretty. I could go with this yellow again, but I still like using lots of the fun things that go with this, so I'm going to go back to this fabulous plaid for my inside, and then put this in front. So I'm going to do my pencil marking again. Keep it easy, people. I'm having fun with these because once you get your bases, like I said, there's probably more work in just measuring and making your pieces fit once you've got your base together. Yes, I love this paper. I have to tell you, actually, I played with it and I ordered more. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to put this in here. I like the change up of the colors, and this is kind of pretty. There was some with mega different colors. I'll grab one of them in a minute and show you. Only let me get my gluing done first. And you know me and my black and white. I want to make a black and white one. But for today, I grabbed this fabulous collection first. And I do want to, what I don't have, I got the geometric and the stripes and stuff in black and white, but I haven't got what I absolutely love in a floral or something different. So I'm going to have to do some checking into my stash a little deeper to see what I can find. See, it had flowers, but it had the words on this one. And like I said, I'm going to glue it down and then I'll show you. There was a couple. This is where I'm just picky. I have to say I'm actually very picky when it comes to that stuff. See, this is the back of the sheet. And this is where it had lots and lots of fabulous fun things. I don't remember what the other one was, but I don't love the bee. He's okay. I like the butterfly. It says spread your wings. The wings there, the flowers. Live in the moment is kind of cute. There's a honeycomb, think happy thoughts, and just a floral. I chose this one. This is where we could make more cards because I have more paper and we could use more of these. Your go-to color is teal. Oh, okay. I know I love teal. Do you know what? I like too many colors. There's so many that are absolutely fabulous, but I just know actually in stock, I probably have more black and white all the time. I mean, there's been gorgeous teal collections though, different ones, and I do buy them. It's just, it's not that I have them in stock. I guess because the collections come and go, but the black and white never disappears. Maybe that makes the difference. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And they stand up pretty, partially open or closed a little bit more, or you can open it even more so you can see the inside. There's enough stability in the base that it'll keep standing. So I want to thank you for joining today. I'll just leave it like that and bring this one back in because it was cool too. And like I said, please don't forget, come back and share your finished projects, your cards, and we like to see them. Remember, I'm trying to do Tuesday and Thursdays, 3 o'clock all the time now, so it's consistent. Nobody has really jumped in to give me another time and day that has been consistent with everybody, because it would be nice. Once winter comes, I might have, well, that's not true either. I'm not at home. I'm going to be in sunny Florida. And then I am at the pool, so I'm not sure about Saturday or Sundays at 3 o'clock if it's pool time, so I can't be consistent maybe, eh? We'll have to figure that one out. We'll go with the flow. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for joining. Take care and see you again soon. Bye.